Hey, we're back to talk about our most anticipated movies for 2026. So we're just going to get right into it. You want to start?
All right, so I guess let's start off with some honorable mentions, and then we'll get into like our actual
And we'll go
list.
from 5 to 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go from our our least most anticipated to our most
Highest,
anticipated.
yeah.
So for some honorable mentions, I only have three. I think we each only have three. Um, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I liked the first movie, but it wasn't. I didn't love it, and this one feels like it's going in some directions that like I'm not nostalgic for because I haven't played the game. But I think it'll be enjoyable. Then Supergirl. Uh, I mean, I'm hopeful about this new DCU, but I wasn't crazy about Superman, and the trailer kind of gave me like too much of like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, so it doesn't feel like it really stands out.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is probably going to be a little bit controversial based on what I've seen on the internet, but Avengers Doomsday is only in my honorable mentions because I just feel like they haven't done the work required to earn my excitement. They're just like they're trying to buy excitement by saying like, "Oh, look who's in it. It's the X-Men, it's the Fantastic Four. Robert Downey Jr. is Doctor Doom." But they haven't actually done they're not trying to sell me on the story. They're not trying to sell me on like what is it that makes this such a big and like special film. It's like, "Oh, it's a big event because all these people are in it," but I digress.
Yeah, if we were allowed 4 honorable mentions, I would say Super Mario, but we're only allowed 3. So I said The Mandalorian and Grogu because I do love the first 2 seasons of the show, and the 3rd season had moments where I was into it. So I am excited to see where they're going with it, and I hope it's like classic Mando and Grogu. Then I have the Odyssey because while I'm very excited for this movie, it's just not one of the like it's not one of the ones I'm really anticipating. I know I'll enjoy it. I know it'll be good. It's Christopher Nolan. It's a all-star cast, but it's also the Odyssey, and as someone who's read parts of it, gets boring. So, and then Disclosure Day. It's Spielberg. I'll love it, but I also don't know exactly what the story is. And the teaser creeped me out a bit, so I'm a little concerned. So I know I'll enjoy it, but not one of my highest anticipated.
All right. So, my number 5 most anticipated movie of the year is The Odyssey. I know you were just saying how like, oh, like it might be boring and stuff. Christopher Nolan, I'm a pretty big fan of a lot of like most of his work. There's very few movies that he's done that I'm just like, that's not for me. So, and this one just I don't know, like when I watch the trailer, it just looks like it's just gonna be really, really cool.
Yeah.
And like it's like one that you're just gonna have to see on the big screen. So I'm very excited to see what old Christopher Nolan is cooking up with that.
Yeah. My number 5, I know you were just talking about this, is Doomsday because I mean, their money grab is working on me. I like these people that they're saying are going to appear in it. So I like the classic X-Men are returning stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping it's a step in the right direction for Marvel. And I think that's why I am excited about it. So.
My number 4 is Project Hail Mary. This is based on a book from the same author of The Martian, and it's being directed by Lord and Miller, who were the directors of the Lego Movie, and they just have like a really fun sort of energy in all of their projects. And I don't know, I watched the trailer and it just looked like a lot of fun. It looked like really refreshing and cool, so I'm excited for that one.
It's also the same writers as The Martian, and the author is helping write it. My number 4 is Supergirl. This is another one where I'm like, okay, maybe I don't 100% agree with it, but I saw the trailer and it did excite me, and it looks like a lot of fun, and honestly, I could use a good Guardians vibe. I just love that kind of fun superhero movie, and she seems like one of the lesser annoying female superheroes, hopefully. And also Crypto is in it, so.
Mm. Yeah. Actually, I thought Crypto was one of the better parts of the first Superman.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg is my favorite director of all time, and this is him going back to more or less like his roots of like making like big like sci-fi like blockbuster. So, and it's about aliens. So, it has my attention. I'm very excited for that.
My number 3 is Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm very excited about it, especially they've announced like the Punisher and stuff. I'm hoping it's another step in the right direction. I am slightly worried about it because we don't know a lot about the story yet, but I'm very excited.
Yeah, Spider-Man is actually my number 2 because I'm a big Spider-Man fan and I love that the Punisher is going to be in it. Not really sure how Hulk fits into it.
I forgot about
thought that was kind of weird, but as
Yeah.
long as it's like Rage Monster Hulk, I'm okay with it because I'm kind of done with like the smart Professor Hulk. So, but it's another Spider-Man movie. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. My number 2, it would be my number 1, but something beat it. So, my number 2 is Godzilla Minus Zero. I am so excited for this movie. I absolutely loved Godzilla Minus One, and I just cannot wait. I'm so excited.
That is my number 1 because I'm a diehard Godzilla fan. I loved Godzilla Minus One, and it's the same director. Like it's a lot of the same crew returning, and so yeah, I am very excited to see what they're doing with this, especially because the director Takashi Yamazaki said that if he ever got to do a sequel to Minus One, he would like to like put another kaiju in there for Godzilla to fight, so that you could still have like the human emotions, but with like the grand spectacle. And so I'm really curious to see if that's what he's gonna do and if he's gonna be able to balance it. So that is my most anticipated movie of the year.
Yeah. My most anticipated is Project Hail Mary because I read the book The Martian, and seeing how well they adapted it into the movie, I really have a lot of trust in them for this one. It's the same writers, the author helped them write it, and seeing the trailer, I just read the book, seeing the trailer, I'm very excited, and I think they're doing a really good job sticking to the lore, like the source, and I just can't wait. It just looks like so much fun. Ryan Gosling is who I pictured throughout the entire book. I was like, wow, that's really perfect casting, and I'm just so excited for it.
Alright, so now we thought it would be fun to kind of give our box office predictions for each of these movies. So I'll just run through mine and then you'll run through yours.
Yep.
So for Super Mario Galaxy, I think that's easily going to make $1 billion. The first movie made $1 billion, so I see no reason why this one wouldn't.
Yeah.
Then Supergirl, I think it's going to do like 500 million, around there. I'm pretty sure the first Superman only did around 500 or 600 million, and Supergirl is a little bit less popular than Superman, so I don't really see it exceeding those numbers. Avengers Doomsday, this again might be a hot take, but I think it's only going to do like 1.5, 1.4 billion, like Age of Ultron numbers, like the first Avengers.
Only in the billions.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to make 2 billion. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't really see that happening because, like, while there is buzz and excitement, there isn't the same level of excitement there was for Infinity War and Endgame, which did crazy, like, over $2 billion. So I think it'll make $1 billion, but I don't think it's going to do those. I don't think it's going to do $2 billion. The Odyssey, that's another one I think is going to easily do $1 billion. A lot of Christopher Nolan's movies have made $1 billion. Oppenheimer almost made $1 billion, although it's hard to tell how much of that was because of the whole Barbenheimer thing. But
Yeah.
this one seems to have that sort of momentum and buzz around it. Like, it just seems like it's gonna. And also, the IMAX tickets, they put them on sale like a year before the movie came out, and they're all like sold out. So I have a feeling this one's going to do pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Project Hail Mary, I could see this one doing like 400, 500 million. I don't hear as much like people talking about it, but I feel like I think like word of mouth and stuff like will get around and it'll do pretty well. Disclosure Day, I think it's only going to do like 300 million. The last two Spielberg movies, I think The Fabelmans and West Side Story, didn't do great numbers, so I feel like this one will probably only do like 200, 300 million. Maybe like the buzz is great, and like people say like this is classic Spielberg. It's like a modern classic, and like maybe it like balloons to like 500, 600 million. But I don't really see that happening. I think it'll be good. I think it will do decent. I don't think it's gonna do that great though. Spider-Man: Brand New Day, $1 billion, pretty safe bet. All this, I think the last 2 or 3 Spider-Man movies made $1 billion.
I mean, No Way Home.
Yeah. That made almost $2 billion. Godzilla minus zero will probably do like 150 million. I mean, it's a Godzilla movie, so they already don't do like great numbers. And like the first one made 100 million, so and that one got some really great buzz. So maybe this one people will be like, oh, this is the sequel, and maybe it'll do like a little bit better. But so those are my predictions.
Yeah, I'm basically in the same range for most of those. So Mando and Grogu, I said will probably make 600 million. I'm not great at box office stuff, and I don't really keep track of how well movies do. So these are very like guesses. So Mando and Grogu, 600 mil.
I think that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet.
It might even, honestly, I think it'd probably even do less because there's just been such a fall off with Star Wars recently.
The Odyssey, even though it's an all-star cast and it's Christopher Nolan, I did say 900 million just to be safe because I think it could easily get 1 billion, but me knowing the story, like, I don't know how many people will be 100% interested in that. They might wait for it to be on streaming, whatever. And then it's also supposed to be a pretty long movie, isn't it?
I think, I don't know how long it's supposed to be. But...
Yeah, so I feel like not a lot of people will go. But 900 million, I feel like it's a safe bet. Disclosure Day, I said 300 million, just because, I don't know. I don't know. What did you say for that? Yeah, 300 million. I just copied you. Doomsday, I actually said 1.7 billion because I feel like they kind of get a boost with all these people they're putting in, and with people still having hopes of cameos and stuff, I feel like it could do a little better than 1.5 billion. Supergirl, I said 450 to 600 million. I know that's a really weird range, but she's less popular, so I was like, well, 450, but at the same time, the DCU seems to be getting people a little excited, so I figured, and now Jason Momoa is in it and whatever, so I feel like maybe it could go a little higher. Spider-Man Brand New Day, I said 800 million to 1 billion because, I mean, we don't really know the story yet, so I didn't want to say 1 billion solid, so it could do a little less than that. Godzilla minus zero, I said 150 because I'm just trusting your judgment on that. And then Project Hail Mary, I said 750 to 800 million because I do think a lot of the fans of the book will go, and the book is like all the rage right now. Like, I know so many people that are reading it currently, and they're so excited for the movie, so I feel like it's gonna do really good. So that's my rundown.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's our most anticipated of 2026 with some honorable mentions, and then our box office predictions as to how they will do. We could be totally wrong on a lot of these.
And I trusted you on some of them, so we'll see how you do.
I think this is probably going to be the best year for movies since 2019. Like, there's just a lot of stuff coming out that has a really strong chance of making $1 billion. So I think it's gonna be a really great year for theaters and for movies in general. So I'm really excited. And
we'll talk about them in their own reviews. So we'll see how they actually do.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to get to talk about all these in more depth and detail when they actually come out. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.